Welcome back, boys and girls, to another exciting grammar lesson with Mistress Anicha Gibson. Are you excited to be here today? I sure am. Thank you for joining with me today. So sit up tall as we review the topic, subject, and predicate. Today's objectives are as follows. You will be able to discuss the subject and predicate part of the sentence. And number 2, explain the difference between the simple subject and simple predicate. Before we move any further, boys and girls, we must do a quick review. Who remembers what the topic was about last week? Anybody? Somebody? Yes, Johnny, you are correct. The topic was types of sentences. And we know that there are 4 types of sentences. Let's quickly review their names and what those type of sentences look like. Declarative. Let's read together. Say that word for me again. Declarative. It makes a statement. It ends with a period. Interrogative. It asks a question. It ends with a question mark. What's that word, boys and girls? Yes, the word is imperative. It gives a command or makes a request. It ends with a period. And last but not least, exclamatory. Say that again for me. Yes, exclamatory. It shows strong feelings, excitement, and emotions. It ends with an exclamation mark. So don't forget that, boys and girls, and I hope you are reviewing. Let's move on to today's lesson. What we must first remember, boys and girls, is that a sentence has 2 main parts. When you break up a sentence, you can break it up into 2. It has a subject and a predicate part. Now, some of us may have forgotten what is the subject part of a sentence. Let's read it together. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is about, also known as the complete subject. Boys and girls, I need to say this again. I need you to pay attention. The subject part is also known as the complete subject. So sometimes you may hear underline the subject or underline the complete subject. It's the same thing. Let's see if we can find out the subject part of the sentence. Don't forget, it tells who or what the sentence is about. Let's read this example together. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. All schools in the Bahamas have been closed since March 16, 2020. Now you may ask yourself, what is the subject part of the sentence? What is the sentence talking about? Who is it talking about? And it's talking about all schools in the Bahamas. That would be considered as the subject part of the sentence. Let's try another one, boys and girls. Okay, let's read this sentence together. The students of grade 6 went on a field trip to the House of Assembly. Again, stop and ask yourself, who is this sentence about? What is this sentence about? boys and girls. Yes, boys and girls. This sentence is about the students of grade 6. Now, let us have a look at the simple subject. What does the simple subject tell us? Let's read together. The simple subject is the main noun in the subject part of the sentence. Now in this example, we have all schools in the Bahamas underlined. That's the complete subject. Now we are looking for the main noun in that part of the sentence. So ask yourself, what is the main noun in that sentence? It has to be one of those words. And don't forget, what is a noun? Noun names a person, place, animal, or thing. So is the main noun schools or Bahamas? What is that sentence about? The schools or the Bahamas? Yes, boys and girls, the simple subject is schools. Let's try another one. Again, we still have the complete subject highlighted and underlined. Let's read that sentence one more time. The students of grade 6 went on a field trip to the House of Assembly. We already have our complete subject. Now we're looking for the main noun. Who or what is this sentence about? Look at those group of words that is underlined. Is it the? Is it students? Is it of? Is it grade or is it 6? Which one of those is the main noun? If you said students, you are absolutely correct. Awesome! Now we're moving on to the predicate part of the sentence. Let's read what it says about the predicate part. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. The predicate part tells what the subject is doing. Read that one more time for me. Yes, and all of us remember, if we're referring to what the subject is doing, we're looking at the part that has the verb. So let's see if we can find the second part of the sentence. Remembered earlier we said the sentence has 2 parts. If I'm not the subject, then I must be the predicate part. So let's have a look at another example. Let's read that sentence. We went snorkeling for my birthday. Now, we know automatically or right away the subject is who? Yes, the word we is the subject. So that means the remaining words is the predicate part of the sentence. Alright, so went snorkeling for my birthday is the predicate part. Let's try another one. Let's read this sentence together. The big aggressive alligator is hungry and ready for lunch. Now we already know what's the subject part of the sentence. Who is the sentence talking about? The big aggressive alligator. You are correct. So that means the remaining words is the predicate part of the sentence. So the predicate part is hungry and ready for lunch. Now let's look at the simple predicate. The simple predicate is the verb in the sentence. It also includes the linking and the helping verb. So we're looking for the verb in the sentence. And if we see a linking or a helping along with the verb, we have to put them together. Alright? So let's have a look at an example. Alright, we have the sentence, we went snorkeling for my birthday. Notice the words in red is the complete predicate. But now we're looking for the verb in the sentence, which is the simple predicate. And what's the verb? Who remembers what a verb is? Yes, verbs are action words. So what is the action word in that sentence? Yes, the action word is snorkeling. But notice that word before snorkeling. What is that word? Went. And we know that went is a helping verb. And so when we write our simple predicate, we have to put went snorkeling. Alright? So went snorkeling is the simple predicate. Alright, anybody want to give it a try to tell me what's the simple predicate in this sentence? Come on, don't be shy. Yes, you are absolutely correct. Is hungry is the simple predicate. Awesome job! As we bring our review lesson to a close, I need you to remember these 4 points. Number 1, the subject part is also known as the complete subject. It tells who or what the sentence is about. The simple subject, it is the main noun or nouns in the sentence. The predicate part is also known as the complete predicate. It tells what the subject is doing, and in most cases, it begins with a verb. Finally, the simple predicate. This is the verb, and it includes the linking verb or the helping verb. Our resources for today's lesson were brought to you by Bing, Primary Language Arts Scope and Sequence, and WeVideo. Boys and girls, thank you so much for being active participants in today's lesson. I hope you're reminded about subject and predicate, and you won't forget the difference between simple subject and simple predicate. Until next time, bye-bye, boys and girls.